Okay, today we are going to go over how to complete a simple rental in MSI. For new hires, this will be all new to people that have done this for a while. Hopefully, there will be a few tips and tricks that we can use to make the process easier. Um, so when we do this, I'm going to pretend like we have a brand new customer that came in. We've never dealt with them before. They've decided to rent a trumpet in our example here. And I guess the first thing to touch on is when after they've made the commitment to get the instrument, the first step would be, of course, get the instrument. When you bring the instrument up to the counter, to always bring along all the accessories. Make sure to bring your folder, the stand, the luggage tag, anything that they can bring up as a potential sale. Bring it up. It's easier for them to say no. It's harder for them to say no once it's up at the counter and you can explain the benefits of the items you have. So the first step would be to get the instrument, collect all the folders, all the accessories that you would need, and get those to the front counter. When you're actually ready to process the rental, one of the best practices is to collect the customer's credit card or whatever form of payment they have and their driver's license before you begin. What works, and then to begin the process, you can click on this piece of paper on the very top left. The hotkey is F5. That's what I would suggest. Most people know I'm a big fan of hotkeys. Um, it's a huge increase in productivity, but so when I explain this, I will always try to use both. So this is a new customer we will be adding in. The first thing you do, like I said, is you collect their driver's license and their credit card. When you go to process, and then the very first question though, after you scan the driver or after you scan their driver's license, you would then click add or alt A to add the customer in the system. And by default, the system is set up. The very first question you should always ask the customer, even though you have this information, is what their email address is. In our example, the customer's a mom, and she's renting for their daughter, and her name is Jennifer Reynolds. One of the benefits of asking first for a customer's email address is people are less hesitant to give it to you if it's the very first thing you ask. The system is also set up to collect it that way. And because you collected the customer's driver's license and credit card information, you can use the driver's license, of course, to fill out name, address, phone number, everything else. Once that has been imported, you can go to tab 7 or alt 7 and then click get image. Now this will scan in the customer's information. It's very important that if the wrong image pops up, to not delete it, because if you delete that image first, we can't get it back. That means that someone else didn't process it correctly, and that ID is probably not attached to an account. But in this case, it did pop up, so we're going to click Save Image. That saves her image to our file. The next thing we can do here is we can click tab 6 and we can click Send to Web. What this does is it builds an account for the customer on our website. It also, when you click yes, emails them the information on how to log into the website. Next, we would go to the Personal tab, and here's where we would put in our billing information. To do that, you would click Edit. You would swipe the customer's credit card, and this will all auto-fill, and then you can click Enroll. We won't do that right now. And finally, if a customer decides to use a bank account, we can have a voided check, and right here is where we would put in the routing number, account number, and then for type, you either type in the word save or you type in the word check for checking account or savings account. Finally, driver's license number is always plus to put that in here. So I'm going to put in some fake information here for Jennifer Reynolds. Of course, use the tab key to get through these rentals. System set to put the zip in first. As long as it recognizes the zip, it'll autofill all the other information. Alright. Currently aren't using loyalty, actual loyalty numbers, so you'd skip over that. This attach button is the way we could attach documents to this person's account. So just a quick recap. When you first enter the customer, we want to set the customer type to rental customer. We want to set their email address. We want to go to tab 7, import their image. Tab 6, we want to send this information to the website. Remember, you can't do tab 6 here until you've completed all the information here in this first tab. And finally, we would put in the credit card number and their driver's license number. Alright, so again, in this example, our customer Jennifer Reynolds, one thing that may not get recognized is any account that has an active rental on it has a little star. The O stands for outstanding, like OAs. So if they have a OA, that would be one. So we're going to take Jennifer Reynolds info here, and we are going to create a new contract. Now the hotkey with that, of course, is Control N. We'll click this. This is a good thing to mention, customer notes and closed contact management notes. If a customer has been delinquent, they may have notes on account. If there is an active contact management case going on, they may have notes on account.